into some comic book stuff. So like Brian, you just said, you want to say it again?
Henry Cavill has been named Superman once again. So I think that's kind of one of the coolest things that you could ever hear again, because he's awesome. He's one of the best Supermans ever. They write.
He's great in the role.
He's great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's great in the role. Like the writing and direction had unfortunately failed him, but he was never the problem, and he deserved much more than what he was dealt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So if he's really back in as Superman, I say good, because he should have had several solo sequels by now. Like, it's been nearly, next year it'll be 10 years since Man of Steel. Like, come on, stop playing.
Yeah. So I guess it's not. Is it? I think it has been confirmed. Well, he's not going to. It hasn't been confirmed that he is Superman, right? But I think it's been confirmed that he's going to make an appearance and he's going to talk about Superman. Is that right?
No, I thought that they said that it's confirmed that he is going to be Superman in a movie. They just haven't confirmed what the movie is.
Okay.
And I hope it's if it's true, I hope it's in a big capacity, because they've been so wishy-washy as to, oh, he's going to make an appearance in this movie, or oh, he's going to pop up here. That's what they've been saying over the years. It's kind of like they were going to relegate Superman to like a second string quarterback in the DC universe, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which is not bad.
There could have been several sequels at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely a man.
A lot more that you could do with Superman. So
yeah, I mean, and
I'm hoping
always playing the character.
So yeah, it's basically he's coming back. They don't know if it's Man of Steel 2. It could be
him, be a Shazam.
Him versus Shazam, and yeah, exactly.
Not Doctor. Black Adam.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be Shazam with Gods of Fury of the Gods. I mean, it could be any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because technically, he's going to be on the panel with Shazam and The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the panel's actually supposed to be.
Yeah. That's what I read, but that's a super rumor. Is like Rock and Henry Cavill go up there. That'd be super cool. That'd be super cool.
That would be amazing. I could see him cameoing in Black Adam. I think that would be a good one.
Yeah. Well, I think who said that? I believe Braden over on our Discord was saying that Black Adam is going through like last second or it had some reshoots because of that, because they wanted to squeeze Superman in there somehow.
I can see that. I mean, that might actually help it be better.
Mm-hmm.
Help
for sure.
Yeah, I think adding Henry that would be really cool. My only question is, how many superhero, like fantasy, all this stuff? How many of those things can he be? just asking, asking for a friend.
Yeah, I mean, right now, The Witcher is kind of where it was at.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he's always going to make time and space on his schedule for Superman. I mean, he was in the middle of filming in Mission Impossible when they're like, "Hey, can you come back to do a reshoot?" For the Whedon version of the Justice League, and he did it. He even tried to get the mustache.
Yeah, he tried his best with mustache thing. So
yeah, he was under contract not to shave the mustache.
Yeah, which might have been the better call. I was like Mission Impossible was like, "No, you're not going to cut a mustache for like a 20-second scene. Shut up." Tell Warner Brothers a second.
Yeah.
So real quick, Battle said Man of Steel is still the best DCEU movie unless you think the Snyder Cut is better.
Okay, wait. The Batman is better than that.
It's not a DCEU though.
Mm-hmm.
You're 100% right.
The Batman's not a EU.
You're right.
I would say Man of Steel. I think it had the more fleshed out movie without being 4 hours long.
I'm gonna say Wonder Woman, the first one,
Oh,
was probably the
yeah.
better movie.
I really liked not Suicide Squad, but the Suicide Squad. Really liked that
Yeah.
one.
I guess that one was still technically like a DCEU.
Yeah.
It was technically, yeah. It was a
it's a
soft
sequel.
reboot for sure, but
Yeah.
but
It
still
was
technically
good, but I
DCEU.
feel like Wonder Woman, when that first Wonder Woman was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until
I agree.
the second one was so bad, 1984 was so bad that it almost makes the first one look worse. But the first one was so, I mean, they did excellent on that first one. So I think that might be my favorite still.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that. Man of Steel is definitely one of the better ones, except I hated that they made Superman kill. I hate that. Hate it.
Yeah,
You
a lot of the decisions, were done just because Zack Snyder thought it was cool and edgy.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
but I did like
the
Shazam.
Snyder cut.
I like Shazam a lot.
Yeah.
It was
I
didn't find it mid. I really like Shazam. It's like it was fun. It was like a superhero version of Big.
Actually, that's the part I didn't like. I liked the ending a lot, but the kid was getting annoying to me. But I find all kids annoying. So that might just be the father in me, like, shut up. But the kid was getting annoying to me. But I love the ending of it, the whole family idea, and being able to have the power. But I mean, Shazam was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be complete trash, and it was fun.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it's mid.
No,
I guess
I didn't think it was mid.
But
I really like Shazam.
The only thing is like,
no, I can see where
DC,
he's coming from.
Yeah, but like, because the DC is like, when they fail, they crash and burn. They fail. They fail. But I thought Shazam was fun.
Yeah,
it was good. Are they gonna make a sequel on Man from Uncle?
No.
Like,
no.
It kind of sucks because Man from Uncle. It's it was the espionage movie with Henry Cavill and Armie Hammer, and Guy Ritchie directed it. It was a good one. I thought it was underrated. I thought it was really
good,
underrated.
but it didn't make any money.
It totally bombed. It totally tanked.
There's a lot of movies that I think are actually okay that bombed and turned out to be horrible, I guess.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't even. I know what you're talking about now, but I didn't even know that was the name of it. But yeah, Cavill is gonna have a busy schedule. He really does, but I think he likes it. I think he likes being this stuff because he's a nerd. He's a nerd, and he enjoys all that stuff. So
I'm just actually surprised that Marvel hasn't tapped him for anything yet.
Wait.
Yeah,
I think he's against his contract. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, I said I never liked Wonder Woman over Man of Steel. That Hades fight was lame, and Diana was annoying to me. The fish out of water story just didn't work for me. I could see that if you don't like that. The Hades fight was kind of lame.
Yeah, the Hades fight was bad, but I think the origin story and then everything else was pretty good. I understood her. I understood the fish out of water thing. What I hated about 1984 is that if you're supposed to be this Wonder Woman, unbelievable, powerful, and she decides she'll be all these things for girls and this powerful thing, powerful Amazon, then why are you worried about your old boyfriend that it's affecting you that much? It's stupid.
Yeah, and if that stone could grant you any wish you wanted, why would Steve Trevor have to quantum leap into that guy's body, basically? And that was
didn't make any sense.
That was so weird for me. Like, did that guy have family? Did he have friends? Like, when he came back to normal, was he like, where am I? What's going on? She they basically puppeteered this innocent guy's body for like a week or however long. There are the memes and jokes about, like, did Wonder Woman just rape a dude? um,
My girlfriend told that at the end of the film, she's like, "Did she like rape him?" You know, I was like, I guess.
Yeah, that was that weirded me out. You know, that didn't need to happen.
I don't think Gal would have to would ever have to rape anyone. Just saying.
Yeah, you know,
male or female, I don't think that's where she would have to go. Just saying.
And I was interested because I like the idea of there being like an 80s setting, you know, from, you know, like aesthetically speaking. You know, but like it was just it was a complete misfire. Long story short.
Yeah, big time. So Battle said, I don't know why people get so upset over that. Talking about Superman. Superman does kill when it's necessary. He tries his best not to, but only when he deems it very necessary.
It wasn't a matter of being upset. It just seemed like, it wasn't. I wasn't upset. I just thought it was kind of silly because there were other ways around that in that scene. That family could have moved. You know, he could have flown up in the air. You know, he could have put his hands over Zod's eyes. God damn it! You know, there were other ways to do that, but you know, breaking his neck, it was just, you know, it just fed Zack Snyder's edgelord sensibilities to me.
Yeah. I think that's what it was. I mean, he's supposed to be this person that's morally better than everyone else, you know, because he understands he has his power and the responsibility that comes with it. You know, same thing with like Batman. You know, Batman has a little bit more of a different reason, but you know, he also believes like, you know, good guys don't do that. Yeah, and then like you said, like when it deems very necessary, it wasn't necessary. Like you said, he could have flew away. He could have covered his eyes. He could have literally pointed his head up. You know, it's like, I mean, you already destroyed half of the city.
All he had to do was he could have closed his eyes with his eyelids or burnt his eyelids off. Or there's other things he didn't have to kill him and break his neck. It just didn't have to happen. There's so many other things you could have done. Like,
I was expecting him to like. Go ahead.
Brandon, what you say?
Oh no, I was saying, or like I said, he could have that family. They were huddled in a corner where there was plenty enough room to simply walk forward a couple feet or duck. Superman, that could have been solved by Superman just shouting, "Excuse me, move."
Or why couldn't he use his frozen breath? Like he could have froze it. Or it just felt like there's other things you could have done. You know, he could have made a different decision.
I think killing was the easy way out, which is what, you know, the whole
his thing is. His whole thing with his powers is he doesn't violently. He wants to always solve everything violently. He wants to challenge himself to not have to kill because he has superpowers, and because he's the strongest person in the world. He has to keep his moral line up there more than anyone, like because there's no one to stop him, or he becomes invincible. Or Homelander. He becomes
like what's that game? Not the game, but the comic book. That the one that made the game off of where he becomes evil. Like he legit like becomes evil because he's like, oh, we can't. Then he starts killing. He killed Joker, you know, and then he becomes full on freaking
Injustice.
Evil. Yeah. Injustice. There you go. I couldn't think of it. Yeah. But you're saying, he was struggling to keep his head and technically the building was getting destroyed. So I don't see the idea that he could have just flew up. I mean, everything was already getting destroyed because I don't know why they decided to like fight in the middle of New York. Injustice. But I was more expecting him to like kind of stop him and like knock him out, like chokehold him or something. Because I would have liked to see like a nice callback to like the Phantom Zone thing and shoot them into like a prison. You know, like, you know, he goes to the, you know, his Fortress of Solitude and his dad tells him, you know, whatever, or he goes back to the ship and his dad tells him like, oh, hey, yeah, we do have this prison thing, you know. So I don't know. It just it seemed like, it was just like, oh, Zack Snyder needs to be edgy. So do you guys remember in X-Men Origins Wolverine when Logan chopped out Deadpool's head and decapitated head destroyed that tower at the end?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I try my best to block out everything about that movie as much as I can.
Yeah.
And so does Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. At the point he had to take into account damage control, like the guys wasn't gonna just stop there. One family was getting killed. I mean, he already killed dozens of other people just from the fight. You know, all the buildings that crashed and came tumbling down, and
Metropolis was a literal cloud of rubble.
Yeah. I mean, you literally pissed off Batman because of the fight. You know, where Batman's like, "Oh shit, we need to stop these aliens." You know, so yeah. I mean, I think I don't know.
What's the difference between Superman and Black Adam? It's the no kill thing.
I mean, that's what they're making.
That's what it's supposed to be. But that's even in the comic. I picked up another comic book, and that's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's supposed to be Superman doesn't kill and he doesn't care. You know, so it's just I don't like that they did that. You know, when they didn't have to. But.
Yeah, I get it. It was indirectly. You know, I guess when you see the people that are gonna die, I guess that changes it. But you know, if you're getting lasered from your right side, you're telling me you're not gonna like. I mean, maybe there's rubble blocking it so they couldn't get out. I really don't remember it. I didn't watch it that many times. But I just remember seeing that. I was like, really?
You remember what I always said about Thor? Like Thor, the reason the Dark World and all the movies were so bad is because when you're an all powerful God, it's hard finding something for you to that goes against you to make it like no one can relate to you. You know, it's no longer someone can see you know, see themselves in that. That's why Superman movies are always not as good as Batman movies, because you can understand Batman and he can lose. Superman is an end going to win. You know it, so you know where you're going to go. So that's why it's less relatable. And I think that's kind of the whole thing with Superman. So I mean, it's the same. What they did with Thor, you can't do with Superman because he has to be very straight up and can't be wacky or anything like that. So I think it's hard making a good Superman movie and making it interesting. So I do understand that.
Yeah, it's hard. I know that's what he said earlier too. Where superhero movies seem easy to write on the surface, but they aren't. No, they aren't, because you're taking people who are like superhuman and trying to have them have some kind of conflict or battle.
Yeah, make them relatable to your viewer.
Yeah, I feel if you like Superman, you have to like Batman, right? Because they are the same coin,
thing.
different side kind of thing, But I think Batman's cooler. I think that
Batman is a sociopath that without powers. He's not a superhero. He's not a superhero. It doesn't matter much. I don't care how much I enjoy the movies. Yeah, he's not a superhero. He's a dude with a lot of money.
Yeah,
acting like a superhero.
His outlet is beating the mental ill.
Iron Man is more of a superhero than Batman. I said it.
Whoa there. But yeah, Superman movie is hard. That's why Man of Steel is still probably my favorite Superman movie.
He's a sociopath. He's not a superhero.
Yeah. Superhero. He's definitely a superhero. I mean, do superheroes make contingency plans to take out other superheroes just in case, including himself? That's one of my best storylines. Like the bad guys get a hold of like how to beat all the Justice League, and they're all like, "How do they know our weaknesses?" And Batman's like, "My bad."
Like, oops.
I needed to know how to beat y'all. So he's like, but yeah, Batman is just he's fun.
His power is money. He's very focused.
Yeah.
Well, he has his morals, and he sticks to those morals very, very much so. Like no guns, no killing. Like there's always kind of stuff like that. So stuff like that is definitely he technically doesn't have powers, but ridiculous shit he does. Yeah. Batman is goddamn overrated. I don't know about that, man. That's a hot take right there, man.
Oh, so he's overrated as a superhero. He's not a superhero. His movies are awesome, but he's a dude. Yeah. That's what makes his movies so awesome. He's just a dude. Tonight,
comics.
If Brandon had the money, he could just go be Batman tonight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just a guy.
Yeah.
I can't do that because I'm too inflexible. I can't even. If I fail, I'll break my back. it's just what happened. But like someone who's agile and something, they can just go be Batman.
Yeah. He will not be the Justice League, dude. He did indirectly. Like one of the bad guys stole his, or a group of bad guys stole like his file, and then start taking out Wonder Woman, start taking out Green Lantern, which I'm obviously a Green Lantern fan. So like, he took all of them out, and then you find out like Batman's like, oh yeah, like I made contingency plans in case any of you all went off. So it was fun. His contingency plan is so damn stupid. Really, remember anime series? He said his weakness is his parents. Yeah, like no, your weakness is that you have no powers, you moron.
Exactly. Your weakness is you can be killed by anything. Like, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like Superman's breath, his eyes, his fingernail, like any of those things can kill Batman.
See, I think it could, but it won't because he's ready for that shit.
No,
I think that's
even in Batman vs Superman. If Superman wanted to kill Batman, he could have killed him. He didn't have to be within 5 miles of Batman. He could just use his laser vision and killed him immediately. It's like Superman just does it. He just does it. It doesn't make sense. Oh well, I have these things that I can punch you with, that has kryptonite. Well, how about I just stay 15 feet away from you and just mess you up? It doesn't make sense. It's like Superman doesn't have a plan. He just never doesn't think.
No. You gotta read The Dark Knight Returns, which is where that movie was kind of based off of. The whole fight between Superman and Batman was so stupid in that movie. So stupid.
There can't be a fight between Superman and Batman because Superman should win at all points. It's like only way Superman doesn't win is if he doesn't really want to fight.
No, I don't think so. Because like you said, like because he's a god, Batman? So he doesn't. He's smarter. Batman's way smarter than Superman, even though Superman thinks he's like a fucking genius because his parents were geniuses or whatever.
Oh, yes, the dude.
Batman.
He's a human. He's a dude. Get him locked up in a room with you. Stay away from him so he can't touch you because he can't do nothing else. But he doesn't throw something 1,000 miles an hour. There's no way.
I didn't plan for this to be. I wanted to actually talk about the Snyder cut, which I don't think we're gonna do tonight.
No, because it just doesn't make sense to me.
He's gonna MacGyver his way out of everything, though. That's the thing,
It doesn't matter if you have a paper clip and chewing gum when I could vaporize with my eyes.
He takes away your eyes.
How? He's Superman.
He'll find a way. I don't know. He'll throw up a mirror and then zap it back to you.
That's how mirrors work. That's not how it works. He'll just destroy the mirror. He'll put a hole through you. It just like Batman doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. He's a dude. He's just a dude. If Superman wasn't a punk, he'll just kill him. Done. End of the movie. 3 minutes into it.
Ben will lose to all the Justice League.
I don't know. Aquaman, I just have a hard time. I don't know.
Okay, maybe he could be Cyborg.
Exactly, because he'll fight EMP, and then Cyborg is just a potato on the couch because he can't move anymore.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing too. Is like Superman. Like here he says like that the comic book. Where Dark Knight Returns, Superman stops at the last second because he's trying to get Bruce to stop, and he gets hit by the kryptonite, Green Arrow, stuff like that. But like,
it's only Superman to stop Superman. But
Superman. But did
Batman's
you read the
not
comic?
doing it. Yeah, but Batman's not the one doing it. It's Superman stopping himself.
It was gonna be a lose-lose. Either I'm gonna kill you, right, which you'll be dead, or you kill me and you are not the hero anymore. Like, that's the best way to take away Superman's power. Is like, now you killed me. Now you're the threat. Now you're the bad guy. Now everyone's going after you.
Or just maim him from long distance so you don't have to hear him talk. Put some cotton balls in your ear so you don't have to hear Batman explain himself all over the place and just like maim him. Like it doesn't it doesn't make any sense. I remember reading it and like thinking like, why are you flying all the way up to him? Like you don't have to. You can stop at a distance that you don't have to see him or hear him, and you just pew pew. You're done. End of story. It doesn't make sense. Like he's like,
but then Superman's the bad guy, and then Batman
he didn't have
wins.
to kill him. He could just maimed him. Batman was a threat. I took off his arms. Now he can't do nothing. He just walk around like this. You know, like I'm just saying, like this. There's things ways around this stuff.
Yeah. All right, we're getting way off on a tangent. Right. And especially we're coming out. He was thinking about this for a second. Batman built every contingency to be Superman. What continuing pain does he have for Superman? Just decides to destroy the Earth, which he can't easily do. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, Superman does become a bad guy in Injustice, you know, and it becomes hard for Batman and the other guys to stop him. One punch he can squeeze Superman and send him to Shadow Realm. But yeah,
I'm sure the writers would come up with some nice, convenient plot armor for Batman.
Yeah, but see, is he trying to win or win brownie points?
And that's
Batman. Superman needs to do both.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to do both. He needs to remain the hero and win, which is hard to do. Which is what people would like about Superman. You know,
that's the only thing that is hard with Superman. When you writing these movies, that's the only. If you just let him be whoever, you know,
he's gonna turn to Homelander, like you said.
Oh, would you watch Superman and Lois? On the CW, which is actually pretty good. It gets a little
surprisingly good.
CW-ish, a little, you know, sometimes, but at any point in time, he can make a decision and say, "No, I'm going to win." It's just in the end of the day, he says, "I'm going to win." He's just going to win. It don't matter what you contingency plans you have, unless you can make it rain kryptonite. That he just goes above the clouds. Like he doesn't. If he really wants to win, he can win. You know, like and that's why I never understood. Like Batman versus Superman. No, it's Superman versus Superman. It's Superman stopping himself. There's nothing that Batman can do that stops that stops Superman. Superman stops Superman, and Batman takes advantage of it.
Yeah.
And every comic I ever read, everything I saw, that's what Batman takes advantage of Superman stopping Superman.
Yeah. Which is, I don't know. I mean, that's what you got to do. I don't know. Yeah. There you go. Your battle rifle agrees with you. All right. We got to.
Sorry, guys. I've been
2 hours. Oh my God.
That's been on my chest. That's been on my heart for like years. I didn't understand the movie. I didn't understand, like, this doesn't make any sense. So thank you for being the outlet for me to finally say that.
But
we'll do a video that's gonna say Brian hates Batman.
Brian hates Batman and Superman.
All right,
yeah.
Snyder.
So I wanted to get into it, but it's 2 hours. Yeah, we've been live for 2 hours. It's already 11:30. I think we'll probably call it because the Snyder cut is going to be a good like 30 minutes just in itself. Yeah,
the fact that it's trending on Twitter.
I know. But it's all right too. That's why I didn't want to get into this like long rant about why Superman sucks and Batman sucks. Listen, DC have better characters, but they suck at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like this is why they suck.
You're right. No.
And it's just it's so annoying. You know, like at least for Marvel, they can get stupid and it'll still be fun. They can get serious and it'll still be fun. You know, with this, it's either good or it's complete trash. You know.
Yeah.
You know. So, you know, which is kind of how you get into the Snyder cut a little bit, you know. But I said we could save it for another day.
Hey, what if Henry Cavill gets on the stage on Saturday and says, "I'm doing the Snyder cut too"?
the Snyder cut.
Yeah. It's all right, so here I was asked one question so we don't get too in depth of it. So obviously Snyder and Warner Brothers are having a really beef is not like the hatred for each other right now. They're having a lot of problems. Do you even want to see the SnyderVerse restored? Not because you want to see the SnyderVerse, but like, do you want Zack Snyder? If you want to support Zack Snyder, why would you want to put him through all that BS? All that BS. It's, you know, between Warner Brothers, because you're gonna have to tell Warner Brothers like, oh, he's gonna play nice, and you're gonna have to tell Zack Snyder like, oh, let them play with your toys, and that's not going to happen. That respect to each other is long gone. So even if you want the Snyder cut, even if that's what you think, you want the Snyderverse, do you want to see Zack Snyder deal with that for the next 5, 6, 7 years? So that's my question.
And I think what they will respond to say is that they want that Zack Snyder to get Kevin Feige type of power, and that's what they'll tell you.
Warner Brothers ain't gonna give that up. Warner Brothers is
No.
not gonna do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it doesn't benefit Zack Snyder,
way.
then I'm fine with not seeing a sequel. Yeah. And it's not gonna benefit Zack Snyder. It's this whole thing is gonna get a lot more uglier before it starts to disappear, and I don't think it's ever gonna get better.
Yeah,
I think
I don't.
that shadow of it is actually going to be a huge shadow over the DCEU. This thing will just in itself almost doom it because of it, because of this conversation we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, Black Adam's coming out. People are gonna start talking like, "Oh, what if he got to play in the Snyderverse?" If Henry Cavill does make another Superman appearance in either solo or in another movie, people are gonna talk. Every time there's a DC character, people are gonna talk about the Snyderverse.
Yep. And Restore the Snyderverse is going to be trending and that sort of thing.
For the rest of our lives.
Yeah. And no, I don't see any benefit. And like you said, Tank, I don't see any upsides to that. And at this point, really, I kind of feel like that ship has sailed anyway. We got the Snyder cut. That's kind of in its own little corner. The Snyderverse itself, I just kind of feel like it was a failed experiment. I think that Warner Brothers is just better off doing, these kind of standalones that are kind of connected to what we previously had, but at the same time are in their own little corner, like the Batman or whatever Black Adam's going to be or whatever Shazam is going to be. So that's kind of standalone, but at the same time, kind of loosely connected to what we've gotten before it. You're kind of you're kind of better off just kind of doing that and hiring individual directors and just kind of letting them do their own thing.
Zack Snyder should just make porn. Hey, what's up, Chillmonger, man? What is up, my dude?
What's going on, Chillmonger?
I love his channel, so go check out Chillmonger.
Definitely,
he does a lot of good conversations. He has his 33 questions. And,
what's going on?
Oh man, we got a couple people in here. What's up, Professor?
Hey,
what's up?
What's up? Yeah, I appreciate it. Man. Well, I guess a good thing I did ask that question because we would have been off. But yeah, so the question I asked these guys is there a benefit for Zack Snyder continuing the Snyderverse? And I don't see it. I mean, granted, we'll get it, but are we really gonna get his version? Because he has to play with Warner Brothers because they're Warner Brothers toys, and he needs to get permission to play with their toys, which means they kind of have their finger in the pie. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna have final say.
Here's the thing. Snyder was half right. His movie's better than what they did. So, but he's also wrong because there's part of his movies that should have been cut. So, that's kind of the problem with Snyder. Snyder doesn't want to listen to anybody, and Warner Brothers wants to have total control. And really, what you need is someone on the outside to be able to say, "Look, no, this is good and this is bad, and let's make this all together." And that will never happen because they don't have a Kevin Feige. This is my point about the whole Kevin Feige. They don't have a guy on the outside to say, "No, this is what we're going to do."
Yeah,
this is not what the director's saying. This is not what Marvel's saying. I'm in control of this whole way it's being shaped. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. And sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
And until you have that, I don't think the DCEU would actually ever reach its potential. As I said, it has better characters. It has better storylines. Everyone cares about it more.
They just lack structure and like a sense of direction. The DC universe needed a Feige who had a handle and a very fundamental understanding of the content and like a map of sorts of how you're going to move forward individually and culminating it with the team ups like Justice League or Suicide Squad or Teen Titans eventually. You know, there was a lot of potential. You know, it's just that you know, I'm not picking on the guy or not trying to pick on the guy, but you know, I think Zack Snyder kind of failed to understand the content on a very fundamental level. Off topic, everyone. Smoke is my boy Marcus. I want to give a shout out to him and a great thanks to him joining us. I knew this guy when I was living in Maryland. Great guy. Put some respect on him. Thank you, Marcus.
I appreciate you being here, man.
Appreciate it, really. Yeah. But that's what I think when it comes to the DC universe. Like it could have been cool, and it really could have held its own with the MCU, and been just as great in its own right.
It's like a great team. A great team.
Yeah, because
it's only great if you have structure at the top.
Structure.
It doesn't have who understands. It understands the concept. They understand the content, and because you don't have that, you don't have a plan. It doesn't matter how many. So this is like a team having, you know, Peyton Manning, Walter Payton,
what's up, Alyssa?
Jerry Rice, and losing. Why? Because they have no plan. It doesn't matter. They have Superman, they have Batman, they have Wonder Woman, they have all these great concepts. They have a Justice League. They already have all this already ready for you, but without a plan.
Their only plan was they were just laser sighted on catching up with Marvel. They just wanted to catch up with the competition. That's why, you know, just Batman vs Superman was basically one big trailer to the Justice League movie. You know, they just shat it all out sideways just because they wanted to catch up with Marvel, and quality be damned.
Chillmonger's good with this one.
Yeah. So Chillmonger said, "I'll go as far as saying you don't even need the structure at top. Just don't contradict each other." In your movies. Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah. But that's just kind of like, I don't say, you know, I don't want to, you know, bring up, we already got one toxic fandom, you know, with the Snyder cut. I don't want to bring up Star Wars, but you know, Star Wars is like, you know, this happened and then like a complete contradiction and the next one's a complete contradiction. So I think that's the thing, but even then, I think that's why, like, because every director is going to have their own vision on how to do things. So
that's
maybe
why
they still want to play
someone,
nice.
But that's why you have to have someone to tell the directors, no, you're not going to do that.
Yeah. which kind of talks about Marvel because Ethan Hawke had an interview with I forgot who he had an interview with, but he was talking about it, and they asked him how Marvel was with actors, and he goes, "Oh, they're great with actors. They're super actor friendly." He goes, "But they're not so much with directors." But I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, because Kevin Feige is like, calm down, listen, like you can play in this little box,
sandbox,
but you can't go too far out. Yeah, you can't go too far out because I have a plan, and make sure you put this, and this in your movie because, you know, but I don't know. I mean,
people like, oh, they don't give me the creative freedom because we don't want you to F it all up. We got 35 movies in. We can't let you in your stupid movie mess everything up.
Not too new of a haircut. That's the thing. And then we got this one from Battle. I think Zack Snyder wasn't as bad as people say. Batman v Superman, the ultimate cut was pretty dope. Just pretend the Flash scene doesn't exist when he time travels. Yeah,
the Flash scene was so stupid.
It was trying to set something up, like how Marvel was doing. You know, it was like, oh, here's something that you're going to see in 4 movies from now.
But you only could do that when you have a hand in 4 movies from now. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
You have to have someone that's going to be there and doing
there. Yeah. But I mean, Zack Snyder, I heard he's a really cool guy. I heard he's kind of a dick. The Rolling Stone article didn't say a lot of good things about him. There's a lot of actors that are saying he is a good guy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like he definitely has his merits. Like, you know, from a visual standpoint, like I loved Watchmen. Like, you know, his fight scenes, the choreography in his films is great. He is not without his merits. I don't think he's like the god awful train wreck of a director that he's made out to be. You know,
No.
it's not like the dude's
300,
Michael Bay.
300 was gorgeous.
You know,
It's
yeah,
greatest-
like
one of the greatest.
visually, like he makes visually, like there's a lot of fun to be had with his movies.
Yeah.
You know, I just think maybe he should have, if he was more or less selected to be the potential Feige of the DC universe, he should have at least tried to like get a grasp on the content and the characters, rather than just more or less kind of making them action figures to smash shit up with.
I mean,
you know,
how you really feel.
I know, right?
Yeah, like, you know, the dude didn't the guy say like if he had his way, you know, he'd have something to the effect of having Batman Bruce Wayne get like raped in prison or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, see,
I don't know.
Like the way he was going with the next 3 movies, I'm not really a fan of. So that's why I'm trying not to say too much, but I just didn't like the ideas of what he was going with. I was like, this is not, you know, comic book accurate. So
Yeah,
I was like, all
which
right,
I don't mind comic book accurate. If
But
you want to change some things,
he's going so far out left field, and I'm like, all right, well, that's too much for me. So I'm just, you know, I don't like that.
The same for me though. Yeah, I didn't agree with what he was gonna do, like his vision of stuff. You know, it was like it seemed like he was going a little like Injustice way, but even more farther and more crazy and apocalyptic and stuff like that.
And you know, even if you are gonna do Injustice, that's something that should have been held off on down the line. You know, you have to establish the characters and stick true to what they are. You know, that's why, you know, like stuff like Captain America, characters like Captain America and Iron Man work. They stuck, you know, pretty much to their guns and were comic accurate in that regard. That's why,
you know, they don't have to exactly the comic, but just give you the same character. You understand the characters of these people. And that's, you know, what you need.
So, you know, by the time we got to Civil War and them butting heads, you know, it was very functional and worked in terms of their development to that point or by that point. You know, if that makes sense, what I'm getting at. So, you know, just kind of diving headfirst into the darker side of the characters and going for Injustice. If that was Snyder's plan, it was
too soon.
It was too soon. It didn't feel earned.
Like, stop the whole Batman, Superman's Lois Lane stuff. I thought that was too much. Where he was going to go with that. The whole, you know, having a son and then not being your son, and I thought that was just too much. I was like, why are you putting all this drama in these characters where they already have good characters? They have enough that you don't have to input all this other drama, and that's where I was like, I actually like the Snyder Cut, but I was against him having the SnyderVerse. When I heard all his plans for 2 and 3, I was like, I'm done. All right, forget this.
Same. I wasn't with that at all, and no, it just I think the main things that worked for me with Batman versus Superman were on a very superficial level. Like the warehouse fight, I thought was dope. Having played so many Arkham games or replayed Arkham so many times, or you know, like the costumes, like Batman's costume, you know, like easily my favorite live action bat suit, you know, the gray and black. So I think a lot of things on a visual or artificial or surface level is what, or the main things that I took away, or the main things about that movie that I liked.
Yeah. I mean, visually, I liked it. Even Superman's suit, I liked it. It was very kind of different, but updated. I liked it. You know, not wearing his underwear on the outside. So, but I liked it. Oh man! But all right, I think we need to end it.
We're done.
it's almost midnight over here for us.
All right, fair enough.
Hopefully, we'll see what goes on. Saturday is the big day for Comic-Con. at least with a lot of the big news and stuff like that for Marvel and DC. So maybe I don't know. We'll see.
I think if we hear something real big, I think we need to jump on. So
yeah, we'll do something Saturday night maybe. But that'll be kind of last minute, spur of the moment type of thing.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be fun.
We'll see. I know Chillmonger said, "Will you stream during Hall H?" I probably not, because Hall H is what, Saturday evening.
yeah,
I think it's like what, 4 or 5.
I think it's 4.
Our time,
Yeah.
our time, Central Time. And I'm like, I know me and Brian we're gonna be busy at that time, so
I might be too.
yeah. So we might not, but hopefully maybe Saturday night we can squeeze something in and just do like a roundup, breakdown of stuff.
Mhm.
Maybe if not, Monday we'll be here for sure. But yeah, I mean, this Wednesday is kind of a weird one. No real TV show to talk about for the next probably 2
Is there really no TV show to talk about?
I don't. You guys just need to record a video of Stranger Things.
No, I want you. I want you.
I'm gonna make you guys do it. I'm gonna make you guys just like, all right, you do one. I'll edit it.
Sorry,
oh man, but cool, man. Yeah, it was a fun episode. Appreciate Martin in the beginning coming and hanging out with us, watching some trailers and stuff like that. And then we had Alyssa in there. Battle Rifle, dude. You were in here for a good chunk of it. We really appreciate it. You got us really nerding and geeking out.
That was great. Thank you, Battle.
Yeah. I don't know if I can make a segment out of that and cut it into like a shorter thing, because that was like like a good 40 minutes of us just yelling at each other.
Nerds being nerds. That's what
and
it was in the elevator. There's the elevator's named Lift the Hammer. Does that make it worthy? I don't believe that. It's just nerds being nerds.
Yeah. Which is what this weekend's all about, man. This weekend should be all about just nerds enjoying
like
their time.
Even with some of the stuff I potentially planned, I'm gonna, have my phone on me, like kind of checking what's going on at Hall H. Yeah,
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. And then appreciate Chillmonger, dude. Appreciate you coming in, saying hi and stuff like that.
For sure, Chillmonger.
Yeah, I'm fairly new to his channel and his content. But I've been over there whenever he goes live and try to catch a lot of the streams and stuff. And a lot of the people he's been hanging out with too. A lot of the guys he got in there, like was it K-Dot and the Widow and stuff like that. So been following a lot of them too, which is fun. But cool, man. You guys ready to get out of here?
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah.
Been ready.
Try to get up early and edit early tonight.
Yeah. Oh, good luck. But appreciate everyone stopping by. Monday we're gonna be live with a Nope. We're gonna watch Nope and review Nope. So,
absolutely.
So that's gonna be fun. I cannot wait to see it.
Yeah.
I've been avoiding everything. And then maybe we'll even get to some Comic-Con stuff if we wind up not going on during the weekend. What's up, Low-Key?
Low-Key.
So, sorry, man. You're late. we're just about to log off, dude. So sorry. Yeah, we've been on for a little while, but appreciate it. Make sure you go check out Low Key Cave. He was playing some video games today. He was playing Max Payne, which I was like, oh man, love that game. Love that
game. Still holds up.
Yeah.
Still holds up.
Yeah. Oh yes. So go check him out too. But
definitely.
All right, let's get out of here. We appreciate everybody, and we'll see you guys later.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Marcus, if you're still here, buddy.
There you go.
Thanks, Alyssa.
Real quick, I did want to do one more thing before we log off.
Yeah, I forgot.
Peace. Well, we'll announce the 300 thing, but I did want to give a shout out to the guy who got us to 300. I told on our Facebook group, I'm like, hey, we're one away. You never forget your 300th, and we wind up getting.
Let's all go to the movie.
Right there, Mike Cat. Thank you for subscribing. We appreciate it. So I'm gonna cut this out and throw it on a Facebook group. You're number 300, our 300 subscribers. So thank you, for getting us to
right here in my heart, man.
That new milestone.
Thank you, Mike. I knew there was a reason I liked you ever since college, man. I knew there was a reason we always got along.
For this moment right now.
Right now.
All
He's been
roads have
waiting.
ended.
He's been waiting to enjoy it till right now. This is the time.
Yeah. All roads have led to this.
So because of Mike, we're gonna do a 300 giveaway. We'll announce that Monday, what the contest is and what the gifts are and stuff like that, prizes. But yeah, thank you, Mike, again for subbing, getting us 300. We super appreciate it. Yeah. And that being said, now we can get off and go to sleep. All right. See you guys later.
See you, everyone.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.